Is this growing minority affecting or changing Europe's foreign policy when it comes to Israel? Paula Newton asks that question.
The protests are loud and forceful, and the change they've inspired is significant, even if it's subtle. Muslim and pro-Palestinian voices throughout Europe are being heard as never before by their governments, a now potent counterweight to the pro-Israel lobby.
The European government, yeah, they're doing their best. I mean, in France, in Germany, I've never seen marches like this.
These protesters say they are rallying support, getting stronger.
I think it has achieved a lot because, not so long ago, they didn't like to use the word Palestine, and it was very taboo.
The fact is, the Israeli lobby, while still strong throughout Europe, just doesn't have the leverage it once did here. It is now being diluted by what is a very influential and vocal Muslim community. From the French President Nicolas Sarkozy's urgent diplomacy to the European Union's strident warnings to Israel to avoid civilian casualties, and then to some editorials that echoed the outrage, like this French one accusing Israel of sordid and murderous calculations and of wanting to transform Gaza into a giant tomb. This conflict, like never before, is proving that growing Muslim populations throughout Europe are influencing foreign policy. According to this Arab commentator, the issues are more clear-cut than ever before.
It's so easy to defend, when you're right. So we really don't have to work hard as they are doing to sell something which is really unsellable. That's the difference between the Palestinian lobby and the pro-Israeli lobby.
The new assertive Muslim voice in Europe has hardly caught the Israelis off guard. They continue with their message about Hamas, pointing out it's a terrorist organization that has divided the Muslim world and united most Israelis like never before.
And it's quite inspiring for me as an envoy to see that spirit in Israel of saying, we know we have to pay a price, but this has gone too far. We have to really do something in order to protect our own citizens. They're toxic for Israel, they're toxic for the Palestinians themselves, they're toxic for the region, and they're toxic, Hamas, for everyone who really wants to achieve peace.
And yet the Israeli incursion has protesters lining up on the side of Hamas, at least this time. Paula Newton, CNN, London.